My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train Herzal's Workshop. We're going to be continuing with our Covenant 25 challenges here, specifically Extra Pain Train this time. It says minor bosses have stealth and you start with dead weights and enemies have spikes. Yeah, there's nothing good about this one. Couldn't agree more. The minor bosses start with stealth 5, all enemies enter with spikes 1 on them, and then heavyweight is 5 dead weights added to the deck at the very start. I've already selected my clans here. We've got Soul Guard, who is hopefully going to be Cold Channel out in the front line. If they're Cold Channel out in the front line, then we have a good counter to not having to hit our enemies through spikes and also not having to hit the bosses through stealth. So it's really, really, really handy in those. It also has the secondary effect of having Foregone Power, which discards a card at random. So effectively, this card costs you 2 cards to play, unless it's the final card that you play or you have an offering card that you're hitting with it, right? But let's ignore those edge cases. So this costs you 2 cards to play. It doesn't matter whether you discard a deadweight or any other card. Again, not accounting for offering. So I feel like this is a really good way to kind of mitigate the effect of those deadweights in the deck. Then we also have additional draw from the Root Seeds and the Awoken, as well as the Awoken support for the health of our units, as well as the Awoken support for draw, as well as the Awoken support for some AoE. There's a lot we can do with the Awoken. I mean, stings obviously come to mind, right? But there's a lot we can do with the Awoken in this deck. I will also say that the Stygian Guard with the incant triggers from the Merchant of Steel, that is, for incant gain 2 armor, or a Guardian Stone already has the ability to defend a floor nicely so that we don't have to deal with the Pain Train spikes too often. Alright, let's depart. Gold Channel, Gold Channel, Gold Channel! That's 2 Mollusk Mages, 2 Glimmers, and a single Crystalline Seeds. That is a very, very, very good start right here as far as I'm concerned. On Cold Channel me. The artifact, X-Cost cards get +3 to their X value when played. We have no X-Cost cards at the moment, but one of the most powerful X-Cost cards exists in the Awoken. It's the Awoken Rail Spike. We would have the ability to get just extra draw off of that. And that's what we're going to need, right? These dead weights represent a delay in my ability to generate more shards on Soul Guard in order to actually play out my main strategy here. And we can counter that with excess draw from something like an Awoken Rail Spike that we end up duping. At the end of turn, frozen cards reduce to 0. Titan's Claws is nice, but I don't really want to have to deal with the setup for it. I mean, look, both of these are speculative, right? Neither of them is active in the current deck. Gold Channel. We're going to be doing a lot of top floor setups. The thing about Cold Channel is it's actually really, really weak at the very start. So if I spawn enemies on all floors, I may actually just lose the Cold Channel early. I'm gonna risk it. I've got 2 Glimmers that are an excellent draw for it. Didn't get the Glimmer. It's totally fine. I was really hoping I would either get that or a Chump Blocker. We didn't get the Chump Blocker either, though. Soul Guard, you go on the bottom floor now. I was really hoping I would have a Glimmer by now. At least we get the Mollusk Mage down as well. Don't manage to get the Collector, unfortunately, as a result of this either. Can I actually draw like a Glimmer, please? Please? I'm specifically working towards it, game. You know what I'm trying to do here. Just let me do it. It was almost the deepest it could have been. Wild. So we take 8 damage, we get our kill, we get the extra 75. We missed out on the Collector, though. Offering Token. I mean, Offering Token a lot of the time here is just like get past a dead weight, use an incant. That's good. I may need another Glimmer, but that Sting's got an appeal to it, don't it? Do I need another Glimmer, or do I just need more access to draw? And not to have, you know, both of them appear on the bottom 4 cards of the deck. Sting. I'll go with a Sting. Because it do say draw on it, don't it? Right, Merchant of Steel. Spikes and Multi-Strike. I like Multi-Strike. I like Multi-Strike less now. Obviously, a sweeping unit with Multi-Strike is going to die to the Pain Train pretty quickly. That's really unfortunate. I really would have liked to actually put Multi-Strike on like a Siren of the Sea or some such right now. Actually, don't even get to upgrade anyone there. They enter with armor 10, that's totally fine. I get to set up on the top floor. They do have hasting units, but by the time they get up there, I really ought to have enough spells played. Just due to the amount of attackers there are, right? You get the shiny steward just on the middle floor here. Nice. That's both of our Glimmers. That represents a very big problem. We needed Glimmers to, like, thank you for coming early, but it's gonna, It's the best I can do there. How am I going to get back to them in time? It's the key question, isn't it? It's theoretically possible. I'm putting down both Mollusk Mages. I'm buffing one of them. We draw 6. We get 3 cards into the new deck. We didn't find a single Glimmer. I should have taken the extra Glimmer. I've mentioned before that one of the big weaknesses of Cold Channel at the very start is that tiny health pool. And the idea that I was going to be able to account for that without adding extra healing into the deck was very optimistic. I'll say that. It's double Helical Crystallis, double Steel Enhancer, and a single Crystalline Seas. Steel Enhancers are really nice. A good way of getting some extra health on our Cold Channel, which we're still looking for. Start a battle, summon 4 units from your deck to the middle floor. Woken Banner, Stygian Banner. Stygian Banner's on the same side as the Merchant of Magic. First Hellvent is in, okay, the 4th ring. So if I went to like a Merchant of Steel and got a Woken Banner and like just made a really big unit here, I might go down to the Hellvent, dupe it, right, and just try and get 2, and then literally just follow dupes until I have 4 of that unit on the midline if it turns out to be good enough. The problem comes in, like, if Sketches doesn't provide our win, then Soulguard's kind of just standing alone. But also, getting all of the Shiny Stewards out of the deck is an increase in our cycle towards things like spells. It's effectively draw a bunch of cards at the start of the fight and then play them for free, without capacity being a limitation you have to worry about. Definitely want the unit draft. 100% want the unit draft. It's possible we end up getting a Stygian unit here and then put that in the middle floor. Maybe it's a sharp. Happily go for every available incant trigger I can get. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to... Oh, it's not going to be able to do it, is it? Ah, there we go. Yeah, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to deal with all of the remaining units. Hope that's enough health. It's not so far, and then it is. Whew. Health, 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 health. Titan's Gratitude, Energy Siphon, and Flash Freeze. We have no backline targeting right now, so that Flash Freeze has got a lot of appeal for me. I mean, we could just try and use a Wildwood Sap and get regen onto the Soul Guard. There's a way to try and protect it here. Steel Enhance is not bad, right? We intend on putting more draw into the deck to counter the effect of the Deadweight, and because I'm me. We also already have Root Seeds with all the extra draw on them as well. So 0 costs that incant and actually have a quite appreciable impact. Quite useful. We'll take the Wildwood Sap. Yeah. I'm not going to want to do any of these. Sweeping enemies is really bad because you hit all of the enemy spikes at the same time, so you would have to have a lot of health support for those characters in order to keep them around. And then the Awoken Hollow is a Rejuvenate trigger, which directly competes against incant triggers, because anytime I put a Rejuvenate trigger on the Awoken Hollow, I'm just not playing it on the same floor as the Soul Guard the Martyr. And the reason that's so bad, additionally, we have the Root Seeds rather than Restore, so we have a lot of difficulty activating the Rejuvenate here. So yeah, none of these. So yeah, we did that extra challenge for 10 extra gold. I mean, honestly, still kind of worth. It feels like Stygian is more likely to give me units that are actually effective here. It's just, it's not on the same side as the Merchant of Steel. So that means I'm giving up on my first Hellvent if I do that, but then I get a second Stygian unit as Merchant of Banner at the same time. Okay, we'll go for that. Double stack and cost +1. Put that on Wildwood Sap. Huh. That's a Titan Sentry, baby. It's one hell of a Titan Sentry, ain't it? Problem is the Sketches of Salvation. That's not a problem, that's a solution, baby. We got this. Let's get a Jubilee stack on the Wildwood Sap. Got its cost. Make it a good dupe target later on. So it's 10, 9, 8, it's 51. But it's distributed weirdly. Yeah, I definitely need to dupe this if I want it to be effective. But that's okay. I think it's reasonably likely that I end up doing that. Helical Crystal is just getting a little bit of extra early power here. Seems nice to me. Use that to bankroll the ability to go for later unit drafts. Speaking of, hello unit draft. As we start removing the other stewards and then just have the Titan Sentry in here, it'll start being out front. Also, I am going to likely give them a attack buff when I get to a Merchant of Steel so that they have the ability to hit an enemy, which will then trigger their revenge to apply Frostbite to all enemy units. So if I have 4 of them on the floor, 1 of them is triggering Frostbite per hit, and then all the rest of them are triggering more Frostbite as well. What's up? Yeah, that Wildwood don't do anything yet. Oh, hang on. We get you to attack, so we actually get the kill. And then the rest of the... I was about to say the rest of the cards can go on the top floor, but 1 more can go on the top floor. Okay. Great setup there. Whoop. Actually, I'm just gonna go for the kill on this floor. Get him, Sharky. I'm never gonna have the opportunity to dupe the Wildwood Sap because I'm just gonna be duping Sharks for the rest of this. I already have a single Flash Freeze. I guess the deck theoretically could use another one, but I'm also a little hesitant to do that. I'm gonna take the skip here. Another Wildwood Sap. We could use Vine Grasp as, like, early on in order to reposition the Titan Sentry to the right point. I like that. Oh. Hey, we duped one of the Titan Sentries already. X-Ghost guards get +3 to their value when played. Now, we already said why we want that. And I'm not going to be going spikes. Like, we already have spikes by a different name. So, yeah. Come on, come on. Major or minor refraction? Oh, wow. We give major to a train sentry. Titan sentry, rather. And then we try and large stone it as well. And then we dupe that and get those summoned for free to the midline. Okay. It's good. It's good. It's very good. Because it doesn't care about capacity. It just instantly summons him there. Oh, it is even out front. Thank you. Oh, never mind. Out front, but not for long. No, I'm gonna get a heal up here on the top floor. Put the big boy back in front. I'm gonna preemptively get that kill to save some HP. Fel, go to the middle, please. That's the top. It's not the middle. Steel Enhancers save us this turn, but Wildwood Sap would really be nice. I mean, we're guaranteed to get a Wildwood Sap in the next hand at the absolute least. Nice. And we're finally okay again. More steel enhancers if we can. 2311 is 34. 1, 2, 3. I actually get the kill. I also get the shiny steward to die here. And I save more HP on the Seraph. Sorry, Seraph, the Soul Guard, rather. Yeah, although you're not getting past that mid-floor, are you? Dang. Cycle of Life isn't bad. But we're about to increase the health of the cold channel. What do I have a lot of difficulty with right now? Haste. Haste hurts. Does Siren Song fix that? Not really, because they have spikes. Maybe it's nothing. I'm actually going nothing here. None of you two. Okay. Yep. Yep. This makes sense. Okay, do I miss out on a dupe of the Titan Stone if I don't go over here right now? I think I have to. I can't ignore that. Just looking for more value from that shop over there. So we'll upgrade in this position, it looks like. This Unstable Vortex is also going to serve to remove 2 shiny stewards from the deck, making it more likely to get the Titans. Let's also get from 15 to 50 on Cold Channel. Yeah, come with as much spell shield as you'd like. That's not really how we deal our damage. Big shark. Well, guess I'll put that there. Thought I had an excess spell that I would be able to cast there, but as it turns out, no, I didn't. Okay, another Steel Enhancer and in-cat combo on that top floor. Heck, we'll even deal some damage to our own unit. Look at that Soul Guard hitting the ramp. We already had the kill on the top floor, and I wanted to see if I had the possibility of getting closer to the kill on the bottom. I mean, look, we did get closer. How much is inarguable? And there is our win. Whew. We grab our extra 150. Hopefully healing of some kind. Guardian Stone. No, I can't really afford to do that. As much as I would like to, it will try and get placed in the middle floor. Deep Offering is a relatively cheap way to get past a bunch of deadweights. Great. This is a excellent choice that I've been kind of looking for a while. Focus Growth. It's everything I want. It's draw. Alright, so we're going to go to this Merchant of Steel over here. Ooh, in-can armor +2. Quick, +10. None of those. Drop a big ol' relay there. Okay, so I don't get the largeness. It's okay. When's our next dupe? It's literally in the next area. Okay, so I do need to make one of you like ultra large. This one doesn't deal any damage when it's in the back line right now, but I'm gonna be looking for more Merchants of Steel later to get more upgrades, so I think we're okay holding here. One thing I think we do want to do, though, is guarantee that all the train stewards go to the middle line by removing a shiny steward. Get an improved firebox, I guess. 7 extra energy on the turn 1. We don't really have any way to utilize that yet. Non-boss enemies restore all health when they move up a floor. That's not great for us, but a random artifact is really good, though. I can't get 105. No, I can do this. We actually just have to set up Soul Guard on the bottom floor. It's totally fine as long as Soul Guard is on the bottom. That said, though, I probably don't want to give them the ability to attack. Well, it's only 1 spikes they attack if they do ever attack. That's fine. Let's Stealing Hearts. We'll Vine Grasp you to the very front so that I can get some extra Frostbite off. So this goes up to the next floor with 47 Frostbite, heals back up to full HP, but then we have 2 30 hitters on this floor, and we've also got more Frostbite triggers. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to have the ability to take them down. Very excited to see that, because that could have been pretty dicey otherwise. Definitely going to use the Helical Crystallis here, because we saw in the previous floor that a single clip defender was a little hard to get past, so 2 in a row could only be harder. First, let's just move you forward. Getting access to the spells that kill you. Good Soul Guard. Oh, Cuddlebeard! Grant +2 stacks of Frostbite each time it's applied, and Frostbite doesn't decay. This is the perfect relic for this build. I'm so glad to see it here. Preserve, apply Frozen to a card in your hand. Titan's Tooth, we do some discarding, but I don't really think that matters for this build. Frenzy Swarm, neither. Skip, we definitely don't want to daisy enemies. We want them to attack, if anything. Take Preserve Thorns for the extra incant triggers. That's 4 incant triggers, 1 energy on a single turn. Yep. We have to go over here and hit the Concealed Caverns first for the possibility of upgrade. Okay. We have in the deck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dead weights already. When summoned friendly units get +1 damage for every black card in your deck, so they would get +10. That's not that much. Playing a black card deals 100 damage to the front enemy unit. We will be able to play black cards in the final fight, because Seraph the Diligent is going to add 3 black cards to our deck that we'll be able to play. 3 Vengeful Shards in particular. I think for exactly that reason, I take the one with the Ember. If only that was the Abandoned Stave instead, eh? Gain +4 energy per turn. Well, I wonder if I want to do that. Let me just... I don't know. Let's remove the Defender there. I could just remove one of the Calcified Embers, but I think it's probably a foregone power at this point. Then we go for the dupe. Get a very, very large Titan Sentry. Fel and her allies will add Scourge cards to my deck. So again, we are going to set up on the bottom floor. Otherwise, we're going to be overwhelmed with Scourges. Thankfully, that's not something that's too difficult for us to do. I do only have 2, like, easy and obvious healing cards in my deck, so I'm a little worried about that. I probably should just play some of those Calcified Embers now. Probably in a safe enough position. There we go with the healing and the even preemptive healing. Yeah, it's just... As soon as the Fel adds one to my deck, obviously I have to play that at turn. And then I'm just not getting Calcified Embers out. That's fine. And not exactly the be-all end-all to remove specifically in this fight, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so single Sting and 2 Root Seeds is enough to get me to 8. Wait, enough to get me to 9. That's interesting. We've got Focus Growth. We've got a fair few Stings in the deck, and we've got enough Root Seeds that I actually think I might go Energy after this fight. There we go. Let's see a Woken Rail Spike, though. Merchant of Steel in the next area, which I still have. Oh, there's Merchant of Trinkets on the other side. Incant Seal is nice, but I think I just saved my money to this Merchant of Trinkets. Merchant of Steel next to another Hell Vent down there. So I definitely end up taking the Awoken Rail Spike. It's just the considerations afterwards are now slightly different, because as we use the Awoken Rail Spike, which we're actually not going to have the opportunity to dupe, that's important, right? Usually I would be able to rely on just Hell Venting this in the final area, but we are going to go for the full stack of sentries. So does that change my mind? Because my mind was about to go with this Awoken Rail Spike reducing the cost of a bunch of stuff in our deck makes it easier for us to not take Ember. And then instead we want draw to more consistently get back to the cards that we've lowered the cost of. But if we can't dupe the Awoken Rail Spike, I think actually I will go the Ember. Alright, Steely Merchant. No, still don't want any of those ones. There's a large stone. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. I don't think I've had any double upgraded spells yet. I also actually don't think I'm ever gonna... Well, sorry, I have one double upgraded spell and it's really good, but I'm not gonna go to another Merchant of Magic, so it's not gonna happen. Tempered Talisman. +3 to a couple spells in my deck. I could happily take the +25 instead of that Tempered Talisman, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna just take it as a safety play. Alright, let's get back into the battle. Start of battle, any units appear on each floor. Our middle floor is going to deal with that easily. Our top floor is going to be a little harsher. It's entirely possible that I end up just having some damage go through. Not that I... Oh, never mind. Woken Rail Spikes in the opening hand, so we don't have to do that. Soul Guard on the top floor. Seeds. Kind of want to just Ember. Gets rid of 2 cards in the deck. That's something. That's not nothing. Go so far as to say it's something, right? There's a Calcified Ember. Don't have the ability to play it this time, but... Throw out all of the other spells. We have lost one of the boys. Not the large boy, though. It's gonna be pretty hard to lose the large boy. Although, 21. It's not the furthest it's ever been. But, of course, I actually did put some healing in the deck because I recognized that opportunity might have been coming, or rather, that foible may be approaching on the horizon. So we're back again to it's all good. Speaking of, it's all good. Get another focus growth out there. Love these scrolls. I often get them confused for one another. This is the run where I don't have to care whether or not I get them confused for one another because they're both here. Okay, looks like we're short on healing for the midline right now. Use a deep offering. Probably should have just done that on the top floor. Okay, we lost one. Me and the boys doing this challenge. Just can get rid of both of those for fun. Man, this floor is dealing pretty well with this enemy. How well can we get you to deal with him? Yeah, there's lethal. That's pretty well, I would say. Again, we've turned down those before. Save the Cuddle Hex, but we're totally fine turning that down. If I could reduce the cost of the Awake, I'd be happier about it. I don't think I can, and I don't think I do. Okay. Gimme another large stone, please. I probably put the battle stone on you, making sure you have some damage. And we give you a +25. Wait a second. No, we don't. We shouldn't have even given you the first one. Enemy units enter with Frostbite 2. Take that reroll. Let's get +3. Enemies get -1 to their damage. There's no absolvers on this area, so that just saves us a bunch of HP. Yup. But split mask also seems pretty good. Okay. Hellvent for the largest boy. And then I thought we were missing out on one more sentry. I don't know how that happened in my mind, but then we'll cut the smallest boy. Sorry. You are no longer one of the boys. And it's either remove 2 cards or take a root split mask here. I'm fine with the root split. I don't think it's really going to be relevant, though. This enemy doesn't summon Lightwings. They just give us the shards. I do still need to set up on the bottom floor, so... Bottom floor setup is entirely because of the absolvers in the backline. Never mind, the enemy does summon Lightwings. Don't know how I misremembered that one. It's already consumed, so feel free to play it. Okay, well, at least that hits something useful. I feel like we're probably going to get the frostbite kill on Sarah pretty quickly here. Also, the Lightwings died to just the rules of containment plus the Cuddlebeard. Love that. Didn't even think about that. I wish I had, but... Oh, what a great effect. Double root seed, single flash, and then 2 more attacks out there. Thank heck we drew our focus growth. I'm going to use a steel enhancer first, though. More kills. All right. Much frostbite? 91. About to get a significant amount more. I kind of want to leave all these enemies alive so that they can deal as much as possible here to me. I'll take out 1. I don't want all the damage, though. Okay, 315 now on the boss. We're definitely getting a lot closer to where we want to be. I'll throw away that sting. We're not going to cycle that many more times. I love that that middle floor is just kind of sitting there untouched. Just waiting. Just seeing if it's going to be needed at any point. Ooh. So far, it looks like it will be. Nice. And it's time to face the boys. 1004 frostbite's a decent amount. Rest in peace, Seraph. Whew. Love a good shark-filled train. Really been exploiting that strategy a lot more recently after some co-ops with Teak in the Ladder Streak series. If you want to see more analytical gameplay of this with a co-commentator who is delightful as well, you can find that linked in the description down below as the MT Ladder Streak. For the moment, though, let's hit update run summary and say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game is Monster Train, Herzal's workshop specifically. Hopefully, you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all of the content in a playlist. All of my content, rather, on the game, past, present, and future. I know they released a new Call of Duty recently, but I kind of got out of the Call of Duty franchise, like, relatively early on. I feel like I stuck in for World at War, and that was literally just with the zombie mode, right? And that was about it for me. I kind of just moved further away from self-serious games broadly, but also kind of like larger market games a lot of the time. That said, I hear they're doing a sequel to one of their most maligned games. It's possible there might be some more information about it coming out soon. There might be some confirmation of the Ghost Gossip tomorrow. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.